All right. We'll call this regular meeting of the Rockledge City Council for March 18th, 2026 at 6 o'clock. And Madam Clerk, would you take the roll?
Mayor Price. Councilman Kador.
Here.
Councilman Ferguson.
Here.
Councilwoman Martin.
Here.
Councilman Forrester.
Here.
Councilman Daskey.
Here.
Councilwoman Connor.
Here.
City Attorney Olson.
Here.
City Manager Petro.
Here.
All right, Councilman Daskey, you have the invocation and pledge tonight.
Please stand and bow with me, please. Our Heavenly Father, we come to you in prayer today. We thank you for this day that you've offered to us, and we know that they are not guaranteed, but we appreciate every day that we have on this earth. And we just ask you for the blessing of having more days going forward. I'd like to ask you to please watch over our first responders, keep them safe, get them home to their loved ones, as well as our military personnel. Keep them safe during this difficult time and get them home to their loved ones as well. Also like to ask you to have this council and the city staff make the best decisions for the city residents going forward. In your name we ask, amen.
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 I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. All right, the next item up is the minutes.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I move to be in acceptance of the minutes from our February 18th, 2026 meeting.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, I guess I'm gonna go down here. I think I'm gonna let Christine go first, go out of order a little bit and
Good evening. I'm Christine Olran. I'm the partner from Carrigs and Ingram that oversaw your financial statement audit. So you've received the financials for fiscal year ending September 30th, 2025. So I'm just going to give you a high-level overview for the financials. So you did have a clean, unmodified opinion. That's the opinion that you want to receive. In your general fund, your revenues were up primarily for taxes, and you also received FEMA money finally for Hurricane Milton. Your permits were down a little bit. You had a few less permits this year than previously, and your expenses were up primarily in public safety, mostly for the fire station completion expenses that were last year. You have a positive increase in your fund balance of $1.4 million for your general fund, which is your main operating fund. Your CRA, your taxes were up due to increases in property value there as well. The expenses were down compared to last year because last year you've had the construction for the McKnight Family Complex, which you didn't have any large construction projects this year. Your ARPA funds, you have used $1.7 million this year. You have $1.5 million left. The fire truck show up? Okay, the fire truck has now arrived. So you will probably have just a few thousand left, which I'm sure you will finish spending. You have until December of 26 to finish spending that money. On a budget basis, your expenses came in under budget for your general fund by $8 million. So management did an excellent job of keeping all of your expenditures within the budget. For your pension plans are funded higher than what the state pension plan is funded at. So the state is at 87% and your lowest one is at 89%. So all of your pension plans are very well funded. And this year you had a federal and state single audit. So the past few years we've had federal single audits with your ARPA grant. This year you got a water quality restoration grant. So they got to have twice the fun of having 2 grants examined for compliance. And we did not have any findings, financial statement or with any of your grant compliance. So management did an excellent job having all the proper controls in place and segregations of duties. So again, very, very good job. There's a lot more work. We have to do 2 grants and 2 single audits. Appreciate them getting all the stuff to us quickly and timely. Does anyone have any questions or anything I can answer for anyone?
You may.
Thank you, Christine. We very much appreciate working with you and your firm and your colleagues. But council, as you know, I can't say enough about our finance team and our CPA firm. While respectfully, they look at every single thing and they're hard on them, but thankfully, our finance team, Matthew and Christine, get us through it. So we're very blessed to have the finance team that we have. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
See no questions. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christine.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move to be in receipt of the audit.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I rearranged the order on the agenda there to have Christine do her presentation before I got up to do this award for the government finance professionals, because I wanted you to be able to know what kind of quality finance professionals we have. So, let me read this. Whereas the Florida Government Finance Officers Association is a professional association founded in 1937 and serves more than 3,300 professionals from state, county, and city governments, school districts, colleges and universities, special districts, and private firms. And whereas the Florida Government Finance Officers Association is dedicated to being a professional resource by providing opportunities through education, networking, leadership, and information. And whereas Florida Government Finance Professionals Week, sponsored by the Florida Government Finance Officers Association and all of its member government organizations, is a week-long series of activities aimed at recognizing government finance professionals and the vital services that they provide to our state and our community. Whereas during this week, government finance professionals throughout the state of Florida will be acknowledged for their hard work, dedication, and leadership. Now, therefore, I, Thomas J. Price, by the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Rockledge, Florida, do hereby proclaim the week of March 16th through 20th as Florida Government Finance Professionals Week in the city of Rockledge, and call its significance to the attention of all of our citizens. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Rockledge to be so affixed this 18th day of March, 2026. Come on up, guys. So there'll be a party at Matt's house Friday to continue this celebration.
Accounting party.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best.
Okay, okay.
kind of party you can
You
have.
can have that guy.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, I got you, Matthew.
Hurry up. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, gosh.
The short comment, these guys do a remarkable job. They keep up with every penny that's spent in the city. And if you've been reading the paper lately about some other governments, they've not been doing quite as well. But we have, and they're a big part of the reason why. So thank you guys very much. All right, our finance budget report.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I move to be in receipt of the financial budget report for the month of February 2026.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearings, ordinances, and resolutions. Ordinance, second reading, amending Section 3.1 of the Retirement Income Plan.
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
I'd like to offer ordinance number 1944-2026, amending Section 3.1, optional forms of retirement income of the Police Employees Retirement Plan to provide for an extension of the Deferred to Retirement Option Program drop from 5 years to a maximum of 8 years of participation. Move for the second reading by title only and open the matter for public hearing.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. City Attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is an ordinance of the City of Rockledge, Brevard County, Florida, amending Section 3.1, optional forms of retirement income of the City of Rockledge Police Employees Retirement Plan, providing for an extension to the Deferred Retirement Option Program to a maximum 8 years of drop participation, providing for severability and providing for an effective date.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move,
Open it up for public hearing.
I'm
For
sorry,
public hearing.
public hearing.
Okay, at this time, we'll open this item up for public hearing. Anyone in the audience want to comment on this item? The increase in the drop time for our police retirement. Seeing no one. Close the
Chairman?
Public hearing? Yes.
Move for the adoption of the ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All righty. Reports and committees.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move to be in receipt of the minutes of the following meetings: Council Finance and Budget Committee minutes of meeting on February 18, 2026, Community Redevelopment Agency Board of Commissioners minutes of meeting on February 25th, 2026, and to consider any recommendations contained therein.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
By saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All righty. We have one recommendation, and that is to approve the budget calendar for this summer.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I move to approve the budget calendar as presented.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We have a budget calendar. Appointments, we have an appointment for the Board of Adjustments.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move to appoint Johnny Cooper as the alternate member on the Board of Adjustment.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? All right, unfinished business, none. Consent business?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to move for the approval of these consent business items. A, approval, amendment, and extension of professional services agreement with Tetra Tech, Inc., wastewater treatment department. B, approval, annual maintenance fees, BSNA, enterprise software, finance division. C, approval, race management services agreement for 5th annual Rocktober 5K, running zone race management city manager. D, approval, installation of Curidan Place SIP lining, Sunnybrook Lane, Apple Creek Lane, and Estridge Drive, Gulf Street, Inliner Solutions, LLC, Public Works Department. E, approval of acceptance of grant funds for Department of Public Safety Regional Training Center, Chesapeake Utilities, Public Safety Department. F, approval, purchase of Axon X10 conducted electronic weapons tasers, authorization to enter into agreement with Axon Public Safety Department.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? No discussion on consent business? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we have nothing removed from consent. We have no new business. Petitions, remonstrances, and communications. City Clerk, do we have any cards?
I do. I have two this evening. The first is from Mark Harrow.
All right, come on up, Mark. Name and address for the record, please.
Trying to remember it this time. My name is Mark Harrell, Address is 1420 Huntington, right across the lot there. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Mark Harrell. I stand before you not just as a citizen, but as a legally designated medical advocate for my disabled cousin. I'm here today to formally request a recorded public hearing with this commission to expose a state-created danger executed by employees of this city. Last September, officers of the Rockledge Police Department established an illegal 17-day medical blockade despite being given actual notice of a life-threatening medical emergency, specifically spreading gangrene. Your officers enforced a retaliatory trespass that severed my cousin from his medical advocate. Because of the state-created danger, his gangrene went untreated, approximately resulting in an above-the-knee amputation. I attempted to resolve this administratively on March 11th. I attended a scheduled meeting with Mayor Price, City Manager Brenda Federow, and City Attorney Wade Voss. My goal was to present the forensic evidence of this misconduct and offer a framework for correction. Unfortunately, the meeting did not go as expected. They demanded the meeting be held entirely off the record and explicitly refused my request to record the session, and the mayor was unable to show me the basic respect of hearing the evidence without bias. Because there is no pending civil litigation, there had no statutory right to hide behind closed doors. They orchestrated an illegal, unrecorded meeting in direct violation of the Florida Sunshine Law, specifically to shield the police department's operational failures from public scrutiny. When the executive branch of a city chooses official deception and secret meetings over accountability, the citizens have no choice but to turn to the legislative branch. This is why I must request a formal, recorded, public forum with this commission. The taxpayers of Rockledge are currently exposed to massive uninsured federal liability because of the bad faith actions of your employees. You have a duty to see the truth. Grant me a public forum to present the dispatch logs, the body cams, and the forensic timeline that your administration is trying to bury. It is time for accountability. I was reminded today that evil doesn't fight fair. My cousin has massive medical bills while the employees could care less about the damage they have created and are only concerned with their careers and reputations, not about the citizens they are supposed to serve.
All right, sir, if your 3 minutes is up, if you can wrap up for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm requesting this meeting. I don't know how to formally go about it, but I would like to put it on the calendar. I would like to have opportunity to present it on these monitors and have it recorded, which is something that has not been given to me, either by the police department or by the city.
This meeting is recorded, and it is a public meeting. It is on the record.
Yeah, with 3 minutes. And again, I don't even know where the 3 minutes come from. Is this something arbitrary, or is there a certain
Yes,
time limit?
It's our
Okay.
rules, yes.
Okay. But I mean, when there's not a crowd, why would you
All right,
limit it
sir,
to 3
your
minutes?
3 minutes is up.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what about the meeting, though? Can we schedule a public forum where I can have this? I mean,
Sir, thank you so much. The 3 minutes is come and gone. Thank you so much.
If I'm in order, because this is the second time this resident has come before us, I'd like to make a motion that we extend the three minutes so that we can hear his concern. This is the second time, and I think that that he's come before us, and obviously this matter has not been resolved with staff. And as a body here, he would like for us to hear, and we have no other, his concern, and we have no other means in which to hear.
Councilwoman, if I may, he had a meeting with the mayor and the city attorney and the city manager.
yeah, an unrecorded one, sir.
I'm talking. He had that opportunity to do his presentation before that group. They took over an hour and listened to him. So I think he's had a chance to do this.
Well, I'd like to at least have an opportunity to ask him, what are you expecting from the city? What are you requesting from the city?
I'm
You've had
expecting,
your meeting, let me finish. Apparently you've met with staff, but what are you expecting from the city to make you whole to resolve this matter?
first to be
If I'm
heard.
in order to at least ask that, Mr. Chair.
Oh, Mr. Chair.
Since we were not all privy to the meeting, and as he mentioned, it was unrecorded.
All right. City Attorney?
Can we at least ask him what he is what he is expecting from the city? And then if this is a legal matter, which I have not heard that it is to this point, I think as a body,
All right, he has threatened litigation.
I have not. And I've asked you for evidence
Sir,
of this.
Sir, if you may have just one moment. Councilwoman, I believe you made a motion to extend the gentleman's 3 minutes. I think it might be appropriate for there to be either a second or for the motion to fail on the merits. This is public comment, so we can.
I'll throw it open for a vote. All those in favor of?
We need a second.
We don't have a
We just
second.
have a motion. We have no second on the table at the moment.
Is there a second?
Come on, Mike.
Motion dies.
okay, so the
without a
motion
second.
died, but I still, as a council person here, have a right to ask him, what are you requesting from the city?
Accountability. I need them to look at what is going on and to correct it. Because it's not fair that I should call emergency
Okay, we
services
don't
and
wanna
have
get-
this treatment. I
we
just
don't
don't want
want-
the other citizens to have to go through the same problem I have. This is a problem that needs to be corrected. That's why I originally went to the leadership with this. But again, I couldn't find an unbiased opportunity to speak. I mean, Tom came up right away and started blaming me that I was at fault
Okay,
because I
sir,
didn't want
I'm
to
sorry,
touch the
we
screen.
didn't-
I know.
All I'm asking is, would it be proper, Dr. Fetro, to ask you to put in writing what you are requesting from the city, so at least you give us an opportunity in writing to respond, and
I
then
have.
we don't continue to belabor this, with all due respect. This is our second time that you've been before the council, and we're here and willing to hear your concern, but as you see, the vote just failed. So I'm asking that you at least put something in writing to staff and
I have, ma'am.
copy council, and then
Okay.
that way we will entrust staff to respond and hopefully put this to bed.
Okay, so I'm being denied a public forum to present these facts?
Thank you, sir, so much for your time. I believe the councilwoman's giving you direction and your 3 minutes is up. So thank you so much.
What was the direction?
You can discuss it after the meeting. To provide written correspondence.
But I
to the
have.
City manager.
And I've
Thank-
been to Wade. I've sent him many emails requesting the evidence that you're
Thank
claiming
you so much.
that
for-
I've threatened suits or anything, and you guys have not
Thank-
responded.
Thank you
And
so much
again,
for your time.
you're not
Excuse me.
recording my meetings.
Okay. This conversation is over. Councilwoman Martin, if you need to access any of the documents that he sent about this, contact the city manager.
I don't.
She can
That's
look you up
staff's
with it.
responsibility,
All right.
but at the same time, when we have a resident that continues to come before us and we don't have anything to evaluate, it's difficult. And
If you look through the documentation Dr. Petro has, you'll see what we've got.
You know,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, there's no
If you-
documentation on the
please-
meeting I had with
All
them.
right, if you would have a seat, please, thank you. Next card, city clerk.
The other one is from Alex Goins.
I don't know, we're letting Cocoa people talk.
They Rockledge. They Rockledge. We're going, yeah, they Rockledge high graduates. I come in peace.
Just leave your address out since it's a good.
Okay.
How you doing? My name is Alex Goins. I am currently the deputy mayor of the city of Cocoa, also now the current president of Rockledge Youth Football. This is Mel Mitchell. He is my vice president, my right-hand man. So we're willing to come and say thank you for the progress that we're having at our building, at our field. We really appreciate everything that you guys have done in investment in our children. We know it's going to go a very long way. It's not just a building to us, it's a safe haven for our children that come from all over Brevard County. The second thing is we have sent out emails to all of you with request of showing up to some of our fundraisers. Our first fundraiser is this Saturday at Cajun Soul, downtown Cocoa. It starts at 7 o'clock. It is a bingo night. It's a fundraiser. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a really good time. Great food at Cajun Soul as well. Even though you got to cross over Rosa Jones to get there. But we would like for anyone on council who has the time to show up. Also, our next one is a combo with Rockledge High School Booster Club and Rockledge Youth Football. For the first time, we're doing something together. And we're going to be at McClarty Park, April 12th, from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Flag football, food trucks. They're probably going to do something at the pool as well for the children, but we would like for you to be involved in that as well. Last, but definitely not least, we have a situation at our park that we will be discussing with each one of you coming up soon, dealing with our rec partner agreement. We are not happy with our rec partner agreement. I am currently every week meeting with county commission as well. I'm 2 commissioners down with Mr. Feltner and Ms. Kim as well. And so we'll be coming to you just to discuss our rec partner agreement. It is our year for our renewal. We have not signed that yet until we have a discussion. So one of our requests is to add an amendment to our contract. Currently, we're not allowed to charge at our park, which at times it puts football is a lot different than a lot of other sports. It costs us $1,500 for referees per Saturday. In baseball and other sports, you may have sometimes volunteers or people that you might pay $20, $30 a game. It may cost them $200 a day. It costs football $1,500. And so we're asking for an amendment to actually charge Rockledge Youth Football to use our facility. And we're offering that because, number one, we know our parks in our area financially is in a bind right now as well. We're asking to put money back in the coffers, not take nothing from it. But we want to pay to play, but allow us to recoup some of the revenue for people.
You can finish your thought.
For outside vendors. And so you'll be getting contacts soon. Just please respond to your emails, and I will definitely meet with each one of you if you have the time to do so. So again, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Councilman Goins, just FYI, while that's up to you if you wish to reach out to council, I learned of some more of the details literally today in a different meeting about y'all's charges and the lack of being able to charge gate fees, et cetera, et cetera. So I can tell you that Mr. Cooper and I are going to look into that, and I have a note on my desk, truly, to reach out to Parks and Rec tomorrow after I got through tonight. So I will perhaps reach out to you in the next day or two, and I think maybe several of us together could go meet with County Parks and Rec or our commissioners or whatever it is, because I'd be happy to stand with you on this, because what I heard today did seem very much unfair.
Yeah, if I'm allowed for 30 seconds, since she asked me a question.
I didn't mean to take his time, but
I would like to respond to that. I greatly appreciate that. And I'll tell you a reason why. Rockledge Youth Football is a rec partner that serves our children. We got an invoice from Brevard County Parks and Recreation for a 3-day tournament for $45,000. Okay? All right? I'm not making that number. I'm telling you the number. And I'm going to send you the email to make sure that you have this number. A rec partner from Jordan, same 3-day tournament, $5,000. Okay? One of our affiliates, which is Mid-Florida Youth Football, asked for the same weekend, 3-day tournament. They charged them $35,000, and I believe because they know they are affiliated with us. So I never want to
Alex, excuse
point
me.
fingers.
Who's charging you this?
Brevard County Parks and Recreation,
Parks and Rec are charging you
$45,000.
$45,000
Yes, sir.
to use the field that belongs to the city of Rockledge?
Yes, sir.
And they don't allow them to charge gate fees.
Yep.
That's a county commission ruling. So that's where I heard those numbers today and was
Give us a
stunned by
chance
that.
to work on
Yeah,
that.
let me,
So I wanted to throw those numbers because it's factual, and I don't want to. It's scary to do so as a rec partner as well because you also don't want to get retaliated on. But if anybody know who I am and who we are, we don't really care about that part. We're gonna fight for our children. So
And
Thank
nobody likes you anyway.
that's right, and I appreciate that.
But you are wearing the right hat,
Thank you, Alex.
Raider pride.
Let us see what we can do to help out on this, because that just doesn't sound right to me. All right. Any more cards?
No, sir.
All right. Moving on to reports. City manager.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. One quick item, next week is spring break week. Yay for all the parents in the room. But please, everybody be very, very careful on the roads and out and about. The children will be out and on bicycles and different things. So be very, very cautious, please, around the city. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Madam Clerk.
I have nothing. Thank you.
City Attorney, welcome to our meeting. We haven't seen you for a while.
Thank you so much. I'm here several times a month for other board meetings, but no reports from our office. Thank you.
Nothing tonight.
Dr. Cador.
Nothing for tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Other than
Councilman
I see our
Badowski.
scouts who are here. Just like to recognize our scouts, Mr. O'Neill. Are you guys going to share anything or you just here to observe? All right. Thank you guys for being here.
Councilman Badowski.
Yeah, welcome, Scouts. It's always good to see you there, and thank you for coming out. I did, since our last meeting, I attended the Little League opening day ceremonies. Absolutely love that. It's one of my favorite things to do every year. You know, I tend to videotape and take pictures of the kids running around the bases and share it. And lots of parents really appreciate that. So just a lot of fun to be out there and see that happen. Also stopped by, I've been visiting some businesses in Rockledge when time allows. I stopped by the Twisted Birch. Not quite open yet, but I will tell you that they are coming a long way from where they started a few months ago. In case you don't know, the Twisted Birch, which was out of Turtle Creek, is now moving to what used to be King's right here on Barton. So they're in there, they're doing lots of work. They're probably a couple months out yet, so it'll probably be April, May timeframe, I would guess. The one thing that really set them back, they had to order a hood for the grill. It came, it was damaged, and they have to start at ground zero again and start all over again. So that's really delaying the progression, but everything else is pretty much getting ready to go. So I just thought I'd give that update to everyone. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Councilwoman Martin.
Just a few things since our last meeting. It seems like it's been a while. I think several of us attended the Space Coast League of Cities dinner meeting, which was on the 9th. And again, just wanted to reiterate that I am chairperson of the scholarship committee, and we awarded 7 scholarships this year to area students ranging from $1,000 to $2,000. And we had 13 applicants. And this is actually the first time we've had that many since I've been on the committee the last 4 or 5 years. So, and their parents attended with them. So we had a good turnout at the league meeting on the 9th. Just want to remind everyone on April 3rd, right here in the Civic Hub from 5 to 7 p.m. will be Gospel on the Lawn. Last year, It is a free community musical event. Last year, we had FAMU Gospel Choir, and they got a bigger offer this year, so they won't be with us. But I do have a saxophonist, Carl Lewis from Palm Bay, is going to be with us, and he is a phenomenal saxophonist. And you young people, I hope you can come out and enjoy food trucks. We will have local businesses, home-based businesses, nonprofits will also be set up. So hopefully the weather will agree on April 3rd, which is Good Friday. It is a pre-Easter gospel musical, and it's free to the community. So, and I sponsor this. This is a 5th year. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right. Councilwoman Connors.
I'm looking forward to attending that event.
Yes, you want to sing?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll let Sean do it. Okay.
I liked that she pretended to think about it.
I like to sing, but maybe not on stage.
Councilman Ferguson.
I've done a couple things.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
That's
you were.
okay. I did attend Little League as well, and that was very fun, giving everybody high fives. And the League of Dinner, League of Cities dinner. I also attended the FLC had a grant seminar recently. They like to host things for us to learn about, and I'm very appreciative of that. So I try to attend those when I can and learn about the things to keep my eyes open about, and maybe things I can help down the road by keeping my eyes peeled and being educated. And I attended a Best Buddies pancake breakfast the other day. I think it's a global program where they pair people with intellectual disabilities with people without, and so everybody can be included and have friends in the school system that they can lean on. So that was a good event as well, and also looking forward to the National Day of Prayer coming up in May. That's it. I yield. Thank you.
There's something that you're doing at Rockledge High with the pantry.
Yes, I will have numbers at the next meeting of our tally.
All right, thank
But
you.
yeah, a couple thousand, I think, items that we've donated to the students at Rockledge High School. And I learned today that we had I think 3 students that could not come up with the attire for prom. So I contacted Space Coast Association of Realtors because they had a recent event where they were helping students get attire, but we missed that event. So I was able to track down where those donations went to and get to go pick up some items for them on Saturday up in Titusville, and hopefully get everybody in their best attire for the prom coming up. So yeah,
That's awesome.
love Rockledge.
Thank you. Councilman Ferguson.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I want to say congratulations, Mr. Cooper, on your appointment. We're glad to have you aboard, and we look forward to working with you. Any way we can assist you, please let us know. Also, congratulations, Director Fine. Your team is doing an amazing job. Congratulations on all that you do, the great support that you are to the city, making us look good, so we appreciate you. I want to acknowledge the opening day for the purposes of course, we were all in attendance, I believe, this year. Once again, great event, but I want to say a special kudos to Dr. Kador. We know the struggle of the sound system. It's always been a little challenge every year, but Dr. Kador filled the gap this year and he had the sound. So thank you, sir, for making that happen. As most of us know, a legislative session ended on last Friday. So our 60 days of our sessions have ended. Once again this year, there is no agreement on budget, Pat, at all. So I think the House and the Senate are about $1.4 billion apart. So there will be a special session that we will see that will be popping up in April to deal with the budget, but they may or may not deal with property tax reform. We'll see how that plays out. But at this time, there is no agreement on property tax reform either. So we'll see how that plays out in April. And so we're still sending prayers to Tallahassee, absolutely. Also, great job, Councilwoman Martin on a job well done for the scholarship committee. I think this is really being a part of the Space Coast League of Cities for the past almost 10 years. It is, I think this was the smoothest year that I saw a scholarship group maneuver, and hats off to you. Job well done. Thank you so much for making us look great. Our Easter, we'll be doing an Easter community service. That's going to be Sunday, April 5th, 2026, right here at the Hub at 11 a.m. And as Councilwoman just mentioned a moment ago, National Day of Prayer has been shifted this year. Will be Thursday, May 7th, but what I mean by the shift, it'll be an evening event versus an afternoon event. So that event is going to be about 6:30 p.m. We have about 5 to 7 churches that will be participating this year. So we're excited about that. Again, that's National Day of Prayer, Thursday, May 7th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. in the Rockledge Civic Hall. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I yield, sir.
All right, I just want to give my thanks again to our finance department. They have a very complex job, and they do a remarkable service to the city by the way they do their job. And it takes a lot. It's a lot of things that we up here don't have to worry about because they do. If you're in one of these other cities right now and you're on the council, you're sweating blood right now because it's not good. Ours we don't worry about. And so as far as the legislature, they are going to have a special session for redistricting. Legislative redistricting is coming up. So keep your eye on that. I got a feeling it's going to end up costing us millions of dollars because it's going to be involved in lawsuits before it clears the floor of the House and Senate. So just throw that out there. With that, if there's no further business before the council tonight, I declare this meeting ended at 6:42.